All right, everybody. Hey, hope you guys are all doing well. Let me just take one sip of water. I'm trying not to get a cold because it seems like everybody around me is getting a cold lately. So I am drinking a lot of water, getting a lot of vitamin C and all that good stuff here. So bear with me. There we go. Loki wants to say hello as well. He heard me start talking to you guys, and yes, you're the biggest shadow boy in the world. Yeah, you are. Yeah, yes, you're good. He'll find his toy and he'll be fine. But okay, everybody, a lot to talk about today. I thought yesterday there was going to be a lot to talk about. Today was absolutely wild. So, Bitcoin, it did something good. I won't say it did something really crazy, but it did something really good today. Altcoins are very much the story of today. They are still pumping. They are still going strong. So that's really going to be the focus of what we're talking about here. And hey, D's nuts, happy to see you back. Same with you, DV. So first of all, let me be the first to tell you guys, I did not get yesterday right at all. I thought we might dip down 1-2 more days before trying to bounce off the 50 or finding some type of support level down here. But no, what happened? I told you guys to keep an eye out for the 1 hour and 4 hour charts. This is exactly what happened. We had that change of character kick in here at midnight my time, along with the buy, that all happened way over here at 2 p.m. or so. I was even more hesitant about those ones. But change of character along with everything else, guess what? It took off and it's still going up right now, of course hitting another level of resistance, but I didn't think we were going to have the momentum to really pick us up, so I was actually dead wrong about yesterday. That's why you use these types of tools to kind of figure out, hey, Michael was wrong by midnight by midnight last night. But I was just not. I was very much surprised because even though I told you guys we might be coming back down here, it's like 42,000, 41 and a half, or what did I say? Yeah, about $41,000. So I was still expecting us to have that higher move just because of everything going on with the Bitcoin spot ETFs and stuff like that. So I didn't get a good chance of really buying many things last night, and maybe some of you guys did, maybe some of you guys didn't. A lot of you guys that probably bought altcoins were looking for some type of momentum shift or some type of breakout. So as far as I'm concerned, I mean, the 1 hour, it did work, but man, I was just not expecting it. So when I woke up this morning, I think I woke up around like 10 o'clock. All of that move had already been done. I'm basically catching scraps, so I didn't get the opportunity to really load up too much here. The 4 hour chart before we start going over to altcoins, because altcoins are really where all the main juicy news is for today. We have that same little change of character happen right here. We just got the buy signals over the last few hours, so I guess, actually around midnight as well for a couple of these, up until 8 o'clock in the morning for the MACD, but overall, right this zone right here. Let me zoom in for you guys to see. So you have those buy signals there. They're still looking okay. It still looks like we might actually come all the way back up here to 44,000 before ultimately having another choice to come knocked back down or not, to get knocked back down or not, excuse me. But yeah, this has been a wild one. I'm still not as bullish as I was just a few days ago when we were over here. I'm still going to be more bearish over here just because, what did we talk about? Making these lower highs. We haven't broken this lower high just yet, but it looks like we're on the verge of doing so. So if you give it a few more hours, it's going to be like going back up here to square one. The only thing now is, of course, because we took this dip, you are going to see this 50 here over the last 50 candles. 50, 50, 50. We're going to start replacing some of these candles over here with candles that are over here and over here, which means the 50-day moving or the 50 moving average in the 4 hour chart, it's still coming down. But when I say I was surprised, I definitely was surprised. We broke down below the order block temporarily, then we just had this big whiplash back up here, which is definitely nice to see. Now, and other news here, Ethereum. I was hoping to get this at a better price. I've owned this for a little bit of time, but I haven't really been doubling down as of late because, frankly, it really hasn't been booming up as much as other assets. Look at the price action we saw all the way back over here in April. Bitcoin in April, or April all the way back over here. Yeah, we're way above those old levels of resistance. Ethereum still has a long way to go. We're just chilling slightly above where we were just a few months ago. Or maybe a couple quarters ago now. But Ethereum seems to be lagging so much more than a lot of other assets out there. If you guys go over here to cryptomarketcap.com, right? Year to date, Ethereum's only up 102%. And, before today, it wasn't even close to that. Maybe just a 90% or something. But year to date, Bitcoin is up 162%. It's definitely been something interesting to watch. Ethereum. I'm not going to load up on any more on that. The day trades are probably what I'm going to stick to. But altcoins, there's still never been a better time to buy altcoins right now, guys. buy them as you need them. If you're long-term investing, that's much more, it's much better to be buying right now. If you guys are looking for swing trades, it's a picky market. You got to really pick them. You got to choose them. Right now, there's a few that are really having some moves. Matic, we've talked about. Arbitrum is finally making a move. Let me show you this 4-hour chart setup that they had. Right over here, the buy signal came in. Wait a couple hours, consolidation. Nice breakout came out upon it. Even the hourly chart from yesterday, more early morning. It looks like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Change your character. Buy. Everything's hitting the moon right now. So altcoins in particular, they seem to be doing a lot better than Bitcoin overall, and even Ethereum. Although I'm still rooting for Ethereum to have a big pop. A lot of people have been talking about Solana going after Ethereum and things like that. Maybe in the future, but right now those market caps are pretty darn far apart. We have a $290 billion market cap and a $45 billion market. There's a long way to go, for sure. A long way to go. And plus Solana is already up almost like 1,000% for the year, which means it's going to have a little bit of a pullback here eventually. A couple of the other ones I wanted you guys to check out. ICP. Now, I've talked to you guys about this a few days ago. I'm going to make an individual video about this one because the last time I talked about this was, I guess we talked about it a few weeks ago as it pumped up here, but it was right over here as everything really started to boom because we saw the buy signals down here, buy, yada, yada, yada. I don't want to spend too much time on the old stuff, but all of a sudden we started to have breakout structures, a change of character breakout here, another breakout there, and it just kind of soared before a lot of you guys had the opportunity to buy into it. At this point, really, I would just still be holding the positions that I had before. I've scaled out a little bit out of it. I'm still going to be holding a good chunk of this, I guess, for now. Just because, again, most of the time when we hit these bottoms and we have these big moves, we usually have these big moves in that next level of resistance now because we did break out of that order block. It's way up here around 17 bucks. If we can go another 100%, and just to remind you guys, ICP, if I can find it all the way down here, geez. ICP. Okay, whatever. I'll just search for it here. ICP, it's number 20. Oh, I just passed by so fast. It's number 22. It does have a higher market cap, so, you know, again, it is going to take a while to get back up here. But it feels like it's just gearing up for the next few weeks to try to pop back up and have another 100% rally. So far in the last, oh, that's just Telegram. 22. There you go. So far in the last 30 days, it's up 117%, even with that lower mark, or that higher market cap, I should say. I'm still rooting for this to have another larger move. Last one I wanted to talk to you guys about was some of those low market cap ones that I think you guys may like. I guess there's 3 of them, to be honest. Matic is the high market cap one that we talked about a couple days ago about the breakout. It's still trying to make a move here, but the breakout was the breakout. You got the buy, breakout. So far, it's worked out, but you kind of want to see this continue to pump over the next few days. If you're a believer in Matic, check out the 1 hour chart. Wait for everything to switch around here. Wait for that to go from sell. Wait for it to go buy on the 1 hour chart specifically. Then you can kind of get more aggressive on those buying opportunities. But right now, if you guys are looking for some things to trade or do some day trading or look for some small market cap plays, it's going to be the 3 classics that I like. Spell token here. I told you guys I bought it a while ago. I'm just going to be keeping track of how it is now. So far, it's doing okay. It hasn't fallen off of a cliff so far, and we're just kind of consolidating here a little bit. I would say on the lower time frame, this may be more neutral to bearish, and I'm just waiting for it to turn bullish again. On the other side here, everybody, before I start answering you guys' questions, STMX still grinding, a whole bunch of nothing happening here. And look at this MACD, it's all over the place. Stochastic, the one that's not supposed to be all over the place, is all over the place. So I'm patiently waiting and watching to see how this one performs. But you know, this one still has these spikes. Look at this. It went from had a spike one day all the way like 50%. Those spikes are why I like it. Be careful if you guys are going to have stop losses on this one. It can be kind of dangerous because you can have spikes on the downward side. But this thing has been due for a little bit of a pop for a while, so I'm going to be patiently watching it. And I'm just waiting for it to come back up here to this resistance level, kind of around 0.013. If it just gets back up there from where the buying price is now, you're looking at about 50%. And it's done it multiple times with these spikes. That's my play for most of you guys that are looking for something more aggressive. Now, Last one here, something I don't really talk about too much, but it's been doing okay. This is something I have a pretty large bag on it. I've been dollar cost averaging for a while. I guess now it's technically not a bag, but it's a profit. But it was coming down for a while. Let's be honest. Look at that chart. It definitely wasn't performing the way I wanted it to be. So now I'm waiting for this thing to have a golden cross on the weekly chart. I'm waiting for this thing to start popping back up. The top of the order block is all the way over here with 2772. But I really think this thing could have a really large breakout all the way back up here, which would give you a return of close to, let's not even go to the top, around 122%, over about a month or so. I'm really hoping for that to have a large move, because my fear still is that once we have the Bitcoin ETF news coming out, we will have a pop, but afterwards it's going to be a pretty significant drop, because I think people are assuming that all of these hedge funds are just going to be loading up on tons and tons of Bitcoin, when I don't think that's going to be the case. I think they're going to be doing it slowly and methodically, because they're going to have to show all of this on the balance book, so to speak. But yeah, alrighty, let me go back over here to Bitcoin. If you guys just came into the stream, Bitcoin had a really nice turn back. The 1 hour chart had a nice change of character over here, plus all the buy signals. For me, I was more bearish yesterday, and the only thing that really changed that was this change of character, but it happened while I was sleeping with the buy. I totally missed this trade here, and I'm kind of mad about it. But overall, the market's come back up quite a bit. You're looking for a little bit more consolidation with Bitcoin over the next few hours. Nothing bad there at all. That consolidation really isn't about Bitcoin. It's about unlocking some doors when it comes to altcoins. So you're just going to have to hop onto some altcoins that have some momentum, or they're looking to go from neutral to bullish in the next 48 hours. Those are going to be the best day trades I think you have going forward here. I wish I'm hoping we can actually break out above this order block so we can actually make a change of character there. Doesn't look like it right now, but give it a few more days, or even just another 24 hours, we might have the opportunity there. We're kind of playing out this death cross here for a little bit, which is perfectly fine. Okie dokie, let me go over here very fast. Let's see. And hey, Saha, happy to see you back. What's up, Michael and Loki? Loki always says hello. Ethereum broke out. Everybody's been waiting for Ethereum. Ethereum's been getting bashed because it hasn't been having those moves. Like the buy signal here on the 2 hour chart, no matter the 1 hour chart, as you guys know, but change the character right here. Buy. Wow, the buy signals really came in for the RSI and the stochastic all the way over here. Wow, that's impressive. But me being me, I kind of want to be a little bit more relaxed, a little bit slower. It looks like I would have bought around here, but that was later at night when I was sleeping. What was I doing last night? 12:26. I don't remember what I was actually doing last night. I was probably watching some TV or something. I know I was sleeping. I was exhausted after Christmas and all that type of stuff. Even today, before I did this stream, I was over on an audio room with my friend Mickey on Trading, which is actually pretty fun. But yeah, you can see some of those divergences happening. You can see some of those breakouts happening and all those buy signals. Ethereum had a clear one right there. Buy, even right there. But I mean, again, that was at midnight. I don't know how many of you guys like to trade at midnight. Some of you guys probably do if you have a day job, you're trying to make some money on the side. But me, normally, I'm too tired at midnight to make many good trades here. Oh, and hey, Shannon, happy to see you back. See, and hey, Brewgrap. Yeah, Crow's always been a special one. I own Crow only on crypto.com, I think. I guess. We can go off there. There you go. This one's always been interesting, and you see that golden cross there. You see those buy signals from a few weeks ago. This has always been interesting, just because it's a crypto crypto exchange, and in order to get some of their cards, like their premium credit cards, I think it's debit card. I'm not entirely sure. You have to buy and load up on large amounts of Crow coin and hold it for periods of months. And the benefits that you can get for buying the Crow coin and getting the card that they have, I think you can get even lounge access at airports. It can be getting 100% cash back on your Netflix and Spotify, all types of goodies. Now you are paying for it because you're putting down tens of thousands of dollars and locking that in Crow coin. But a lot of people, I guess, like that. Now on the 4 hour chart here, let me go start off with the daily chart. Daily chart, you are teetering off a little bit here. It doesn't look the best. What you're looking for, though, is you're seeing that the momentum is slowed, momentum is slowed, momentum is slowed. You're just waiting for a little bit of a pop. Really, if you want to see this thing start to chug up a little bit more, there it is. You're just waiting for this small breakout right there. A breakout and hold above like what 0.1033, little over 10 cents. That's all you're really looking for the chug to continue, and then you're going to be coming right back up here towards levels of resistance. That resistance is going to be hard to break out above, but even still, the move from there to there is still about 20%, 18%. That's still a good profit, regardless if you guys are trading with leverage or without leverage. 20% is still a really good thing. If you multiply that by 2, 40%, by 5, 100%, and so forth here. But Crypto.com definitely does have these large moves here. Kind of almost reminds me of those lower market cap tokens we just talked about a little bit. It's just when they pump up strong. The last buy signal off a change of character was over here, but it had one big week. It really has gone sideways since then. That consolidation is working out. Let's just hope that over the next 2 to 3 weeks, if you want to hold, you're waiting for that next big push back up here to around 13.5, 14 cents, which again would be a really good level of profit for a lot of you guys out there. There we go. Hey Ken, what are my thoughts on SPY Q1, Q2? At this point, it feels like the market still wants to keep on going, rumbling on. I think Q2 is when things could get a little bit more tricky. Basically, we're just waiting for that uptick in inflation. Whenever that happens, I'm pretty sure that we're going to be coming down quite a bit. Remember, I've showed you guys this chart before, CPI, trading economics. Yeah, right here. The last time that Bitcoin, or inflation popped was in July. That scared people so much because it just meant, that means we might continue to raise rates higher. That's not what's going to happen this time. This time it's kind of a little bit different. Now, if we have an uptick, it's like, that means we aren't going to be lowering rates fast enough. That means instead of lowering rates in March, it means we might start to lower rates in June or July. And that's what could cause the market to start coming back down. But if I go back over here to, let's just say, the SPY here. Right here, July, uptick, came down. July was it. As soon as people had fear, and the gravy train wasn't, continuing to go on, we had a few months of people just panicking as we waited for the economic data to turn around, everybody to feel more comfortable. And then once we started coming down from multiple quarters, then all of a sudden, okay, it wasn't nothing big, we're fine. But if we just have one more tick like that up, the same thing will happen. It'll wreck a whole quarter for us, which I think will be good buying opportunities. But again, that's still going to be an opportunity to buy. All a buying opportunity here. That alone, the uptick is not going to be something like we saw back in 2022 where we had this massive crash. Because remember, in hindsight, now we know this is a recession. As much as the media tried to gaslight us into believing this wasn't a recession, this was a recession of negative 2 quarters of GDP growth, contraction, if you will. That's what ended up happening. So, now they can say, look at this market rally, the market rally happened because we found a bottom during a recession. So now we're just waiting for another pullback, but that's going to have to come from the CPI data going up. And if you want to see it break down below these levels and get really nasty, getting something scary, you're going to have to see rates being cut for really bad reasons, like the economy is really slowing down very fast, oil prices coming down lower, all that type of stuff, frankly. But right now, you're going to be looking for a little bit more price action on the upside. But we're really starting to teeter off here. Right? We're towards the end of this rally right there. We're pretty much towards the end of it. You can have some trades, you can have some fun. SPY is going to be a little bit more difficult, of course. But if you go looking at any type of stock out there, like a Tesla, you can see Tesla just broke out here a few weeks ago. There you go. The breakout happened. The momentum is in your favor. You're buying into that and you're having a good time trying to break out of the order block. Disney here. Disney is not something I like to really hold too much, but even Disney, you had the buy signal down here, buy signal down here. Iffy signal down here. You're basically just waiting for this change of character to happen right here off of that breakout. Then all of a sudden you had a clear 1 week to 2 weeks of profit. That's the game at this point in time. So you can even start swing trading a little bit more than you are with cryptocurrency. Google here at a level of resistance. This really hasn't had that that standard breakout that we're all kind of hoping for. In fact, all we really had was this breakdown right there. But negative, positive, neutrally negative, I guess you would say. And we're just waiting for a breakout above 140. After that, then you're looking at Google going much, much higher. But for now, some things are at resistance. Nvidia, we had the breakout a while ago. Those types of things have been working out okay. Waiting for the next breakout. After that breakout, again, momentum is slowed down. You want to see green, green, green. Right now we're seeing like a red, red, and green on the very bottom here. Daily chart's a little bit different. Green, 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 but the green really was right here. So you really only had one good day of profit so far. That's not really what you guys want to be looking for, which is again why you might be looking for something more of a change of character or something like that. Anything else here? Apple's down a little bit over the last few days because of all the drama going around about them stealing other people's patents and whatnot, or infringing upon other patents. This is about to turn over here, which is kind of scary. So that might actually mean the market goes a little bit slower into the beginning of January. Overall, though, you know, as long as the market wants to stay irrational and not believe that like everyday people are suffering out there, you know, it's going to keep going up. You know, just wait for that inflation data. That's really going to be a big signal whether you guys want to continue to buy and hold, or if you guys are saying, maybe I should trim off some profit, see where it goes. I mean, I already told you guys, I already started trimming off Amazon a couple months ago. And see, weekly chart, right? I was right over here. Well, I guess it was more November, October. So this kind of area over here, trimming off. It went higher, but you know, when you buy all the way down here, it doesn't matter if you sell over here or over here. You're making that profit regardless. But there still is a lot of upside to a lot of these assets, but you're getting close to where, like, you know, you got to be focusing on, there's only so much upside left, and there's only so many stocks that are kind of at those resistance levels where they can already break out and have take a part of the next big move that the stock market's going to have here. But you know, Q1 should be okay. Q2 is where people are going to start to freak out a little bit more. Remember, everybody is expecting rate cuts to happen in March. So once March rolls around and there's no rate cuts, then people are going to be like, well, what the hell? That's not good. You get what I'm saying? Let's see. I mean, I could check out ADA for you, man. ADA. I have ADA over here. There it is. Weeklies all look like buys except for the stochastic. Give me a little bit of pause here, but that's okay because everything else is bullish. At this point, yeah, this is kind of mixed bag on oscillators. That's a little bit more concerning here. Still holding over the 20. That's fine. 4-hour chart, a lot more bullish than the 4-hour chart. That's good to see. So pretty much right now, you're kind of smack dab looking at levels of resistance, and you're just hoping for a breakout here. You're kind of inside of an order block. Let me just draw this rectangle up here and a little bit nicer. There you go. You're basically just looking at that right now and hoping that you can break out. The momentum on the shorter time frames of the 4 hours seem to be on your side. The dailies and the weeklies are a little bit more iffy, if you ask me. But, you know, as long as Bitcoin is still consolidating at these levels, I think you have a good shot of just having the momentum take you across. And by that, I mean you've just seen things really pop off, even if the technicals went all the way there. And this is an example of, hey, things are looking okay. They're not looking bad. You're at a level of resistance. It's going to take some big buys to get you through. But this is the environment where those big buyers have been coming through. If you were looking to buy at this point in time, your stop loss would be all the way down here on 59 to 58 cents, which is pretty darn far. But that's what I would have, because I wouldn't be surprised if we consolidate for a little bit longer before eventually making a stronger move. Stochastic on the 1 hour is coming down a little bit. MACD is still strong as hell. And the RSI still looks to be doing okay. 15-minute charts slowing down a little bit, as you can see right here, but I wouldn't say it's catastrophic or anything. Yeah, I would say basically you could either buy some right now. I'd probably wait a few hours, and then you're just waiting for that extra big pump to really push you across. After that, you're really looking at those next levels of resistance. The 200 daily moving, excuse me, the 200 weekly moving average. That's been a level of resistance, it looks like, for the past few weeks. After that, though, you're all the way up here around like 68 cents, 69 cents. About, 3 pennies higher. If you want to get higher than that, then you got to start talking about getting up to $1. That's like altcoin season type of things. But hey, the way the market's rolling, it feels like a bull market. Everybody's excited about it up until we have the Bitcoin ETF news. In my mind, like 90% of crypto is pretty much bullish right now. After the Bitcoin ETF news, I will be selling off large amounts of my short-term and medium-term crypto holdings. All that's going to be left is really just my longer-term holdings for like that I'm holding for years plus. Everything else I'll be putting back into cash and just kind of holding on for a little bit to wait to see what happens. You guys know I have that Fairdesk account. I haven't actually checked this today. So still the mixed results. Bonk is down 48%. This is a longer term hold with not much money, as you guys can imagine. We're down 48%, but we've only lost 35 cents. Kind of shows you my how I plan to double down on it later on. But AMB is up 11%. Ape is still down 10. I'm still rooting for Ape. Bitcoin's down 4. CELR is up 38. Front is up 15. Hot is up 14. Lever is up 55. Meme is down 7%. Then we got OGN up 14. Reef up 30. SLP up 30. And STMX up 3. I'm really banking on STMX here, guys. I'm just hoping it'll have a big pop. I originally bought this back in October for you guys, but then I accidentally sold it. And then I'm just like, we'll wait to see what happens next with that one. But yeah, it seems like everything pretty much as far as altcoins is still going the right way. So that's why I would still say, hey, altcoins are definitely the way to be going at this point. And hey, Nico, I have never reported my gain on crypto. How does that work? You better talk to your tax accountant because certain states have their own rules and the federal government has their own rules. I have all of my stuff done by an accountant. I believe if you go to a H&R Block or Rocket Money, or I don't know what they're called, those like freemium tax companies that kind of say, hey, it's free, but it's really not free. They usually, I believe, have a section for cryptocurrency profits, I think. With me though, I get money from so many different places in the crypto market. I can't keep track of it all. My guy has to keep track of it because if I remember how I told you guys when you guys go find a coin on coinmarketcap.com and you go buy it on like, ooh, what exchange is Atom on, and then you show the exchanges, I might have to have a Bybit account or an OKX account, a Binance US account, a Kraken account, all that type of stuff. And every single one of those that I make money off of, it has to have paperwork associated with that. And plus, as a job, YouTube as a job, like certain things have to be like separated, and it just makes my taxes much more complicated than it has to be. But I would say best to just talk to your accountant or try to find a YouTube channel that maybe talks about it more specifically. Just be careful when it comes to taxes. You're probably going to have that YouTuber send you to some really weird website that's designed for crypto traders. It's better to just go with a regular account, or better to just go through one of those freemium pages unless you guys have a lot of deductibles that you want to start taking off and things like that. But yeah, be careful with it. And hey, Carl, I'm doing pretty well. Thanks for asking. Benkey? I don't know what Benkey is. Let me see. I might have talked about this before. It's on MEXC right now. Oh, look at that false breakout. That's so sad. Oh, I guess this, you go to a 4-hour chart. This is not on the right spot. Okay, that's not a false breakout. It was just a poor, I probably eyeballed it. All right, let's see. Wow, talk about a long consolidation. This is a 4-hour chart. We talked about this. Oh yeah, look at this breakdown that happened with the change of characters. Sell, sell, sell. Oh, that was a beautiful short right there. Ended up hitting right over here to this old level of support. I mean, I'm happy that worked out, but we don't really need this at this point in time, so let's just get rid of it. Now, what you're seeing is just a downward trend. Nothing too crazy here. It's looking pretty bearish, not gonna lie. But overall, how has this thing been acting so far? You know, it's had a pretty strong rally. If you go back over here to the, let's see, you know, towards the beginning of December, it rallied up around 347%. That's okay. It kind of has those vibes as Bonk, as you know, Bonk continued to go down more and more and more because it's pumped up so much. All you're waiting for here is basically for the daily chart to maybe get a little bit more bullish. At this point, the bullishness isn't there. You're seeing the MACD still bearish, the stochastic is still bearish, the RSI is still bearish, and the RSI is not even in oversold territory. It's still in neutral territory right now. Same with the stochastic. The MACD is still in positive territory up here. It hasn't dropped down below the 0 line. This could still come down a little bit more. For me, personally, I would probably start dollar cost averaging this if you want to see it go higher. But at this point, it just looks like it wants to go down a little bit lower. 4 hour, a little bit more noisy here. Stochastics, noisy, yeah. MACD, noisy. You know, I think it's getting closer to the end of its drop, but I still think it has a little bit way to go. If you were looking to enter into a position, you could start dollar cost averaging maybe about 50 bucks a day for the next week, and then you'd be looking for a breakout sometime later than that. But 4 hour chart, daily chart. You're just going to need it to really show some backbone and support kind of around this, what, 0.018 level, 0.0187 level. If you can just hold around there, then you have a good opportunity for people to, you know, the bears to be like, uh-oh, time to get out. Bulls say, oh, let's get in here. Let's try to pump it. And then from there, you're looking at a pretty large breakout that would take you at least all the way back over here to some of the levels we saw around 3 cents, which would be massive. Again, you know, you buy around here, sell around here. You're looking at something around 62% profit. It's a pretty large move. Most of you guys are probably not going to be buying on these dips. Most of you guys might be waiting for some type of breakout that might happen somewhere towards the beginning of January, in which case your profit level is going to be something closer to 41%, not the 60%. But if you want to take the extra risk on, you can, but just be careful that you don't get stopped out because, of course, you know, if we start falling down here to that next level, you may get stopped out because of how fast this thing rallied. Dropping back down here is like an 18 to 20% loss. It can be a lot for people that aren't used to trading. But overall, I mean, it looks like it's going to eventually pop off again. It's just in a very boring, slow, you know, consolidation level before we start to hit the next big boom here. Let's see. Dude, how's it going? You getting in on the twerking and BNB? No, I haven't really been getting into BNB so much. I think it's better for day trading for me. I've always been a little bit more cautious about everything going on with Binance just because of one big piece of news can really cause it to skyrocket or dump. But I would say the day trading there has been sublime from what I've seen from a couple of my friends. They've been really digging the They've really been enjoying the 1 hour charts primarily. So as long as it keeps on hitting, I say keep on trading it. So here, hey, discount. H&R Block will help you with capital loss claims on crypto and stocks. Oh, there you go. So they do help you out. Okay. I wasn't entirely sure, but I figured that would be the way to go right there. Thoughts on BNB? I feel like after the SEC lawsuit and CEO stepping down, BNB chain is just dead and token is now only used for exchange fees. I mean, yeah. So if you want to talk about that type of stuff, I'm not really bullish on Binance in the very, very long term. I think eventually they will be phased out over the next decade, not few months, not even few years, over the next decade. Because of all the stuff going on there, a lot of governments have been looking at them. There's going to be more issues with the BNB and, you know, Binance down the road. You know, if you're a company out there, you don't want to be anywhere near that because that's just going to be, you know, you're just going to see the big brother government just looking at you 24/7. You don't want that on your back. That's an expensive thing to pay for, right? You know, on the other hand, like I said, BNB will be around for a while. It will go up during bull markets. It will come back down during bear markets. But as long as BNB is still around because Binance is still around, I still think there's opportunities for people to have fun and make money off of it. If we go back over here and just check it out for the last few weeks after all this turmoil has, of course, happened. You know, BNB last 7 days is up 25%. Last 30 days it's up 43%. But year to date it's only up 32%. And that's because of all the lawsuits, the CEO, like you talked about, going to jail and resigning. You know, it's going to take some time. I don't think that Binance US is even going to survive the next couple of years. I think that'll be closed permanently, and we're just going to see Binance. One of the reasons I believe that Binance has to survive here is because a lot of the ecosystem relies on their trading data. So they have a massive exchange with a lot of liquidity, and so most of the charts that we're looking at on TradingView or even on here on CoinMarketCap using some of the TradingView tools, a lot of it all comes from Binance. So if we don't have the opportunity to check out a lot of charts, it's going to make the whole process a lot more difficult. Imagine me not being able to see, like, you know, I can only check out maybe 100 or 120 specific cryptocurrencies. You know, after a while, you may think that's really cool, and then you have a lot of cryptocurrencies to check out. But if I can't see the charts on the rest of, you know, the other 500 or so I can see now using TradingView and using Binance's data, it'd be so difficult to try and make those trades and understand what the data is telling me, because I'm only going to be looking at a portion of the data if I can't use the Binance charts and systems out there. That's why whenever I show you guys Bitcoin, let's go over here to the second chart. This is always an easy way to show you guys. See the data coming through? It's a slow period in Bitcoin today, so we're not like at a really big volatile level. But you can see, you know, you can see ups and downs. You can see where price isn't really moving too much because there's not much action happening. But then, you know, let's say we go over here to Bitcoin. I don't know. BitTrue. You can see how that's much more scattered. You can see the drop downs a little bit more exaggerated. It doesn't have the right vibe. Even on the 1 minute chart, see how it's all icky? Doesn't vibe really well. You don't want to see charts like that. The ability to make a positive trade or a winning trade off of that for me is vastly worse. There you go. But Binance, see how smooth all that is, right? Much smoother, much better. That's what I'm looking for. That's why I want them to succeed. I know in the long term they're going to have their issues, and they deserve to have those issues. But for now, you know, I'm okay with it. But it's going to take a while before it actually goes down. So you want log off on Dogecoin? I mean, log off on Dogecoin really does just show you how far we've gone. So before that, let's go over here to the weekly chart. What do you want here? Yeah, weekly, okay. So this is log on very fast. You can see that the oscillators are still all pretty good. Stochastic is slowing down a little bit, but everything else is fairly bullish here. You're basically just waiting for Dogecoin to break above the 200 weekly moving average. And then from there, start to surge back up to 13 cents. That's been the level we've been talking about for a while. If you guys are looking for something more aggressive than you guys are looking for up here towards 15 cents. I am going to start scaling out of Dogecoin probably around 13 cents for some swing trades. Longer term investments, I'm waiting for $1. I'm waiting a while for that one. However, now if you want to take off log here, I just want to show you guys, you know, bullish, or bullish, neutral, bullish, I guess you could say, for the weekly charts. Let's squeeze these down a little bit. There you go. There you go, right here. You can even get rid of this support level down here too. There you go. So a few similar concepts that you guys are going to notice even with the log off. That level of resistance is still going to be up here towards 15 cents. For me, I'm really just banking on 13 cents. I know it seems crazy not to want to go up to the next level, but for me, it's just like, I think when it comes to Dogecoin in the long run, I'll be taking off little nibbles, but you know, sometime later next year or middle of next year, we should be able to break above the 17, 18 cent level. Then from there, you're really just looking up here towards 31 cents. People will start getting more excited. Everybody's going to get a lot more hype here. But this is going to be kind of hard to do just because of how crazy it has been. But let me put a trend line on here for you guys. And we're going to go to 45. All right. So basically, we don't really have much resistance up here for a long time up until we get to 20 cents or so. We really have a clear shot up once we start grinding our way up. Even if you wanted to stretch this out a little bit, the lowest point we got to looks like this cycle was around 0.04962. Not terrible, but you know, it was kind of scary when it happened. There we go. Just show you a couple things here. First one is going to be the GAN fan. There you go. Hasn't really made too much of a difference so far, if I say so. No, not at all. Not at all so far. So we don't actually have to pay attention to this one from below. What we'll probably have to do instead is actually go with a pitchfork. But see, this huge boom from Elon Musk buying Twitter and turning it into X, it's really led to a lot of chaos when it comes to Dogecoin, which is why another reason I'm just like, I'll just buy it and hold it. That's not what I'm looking for. Why is it not that? There you go. And I'm looking for a specific type of pitchfork here, though. Modded shift. There we go. Okay. Let's lock that sucker up. So this is something I'm looking at for a couple other resistance levels in the future. You can see we got close to this level up here, close to 11 cents. After that, we come up here towards 13. That's where my 13 personally came from. Then up here, you come up to 15, and then all up here to 16 and a half. Really, this order block is going to be the golden zone for so many of you guys. Let me find my little marker. Oh, come on. Let's get the magnet off here. This zone right here is probably your best bet. Some people are going to be hoping for 17, 18, 19, 20. By all means, expect it down the road. But what I'm looking to trade specifically with Dogecoin is, are these kind of crazy peaks. So you guys know that Dogecoin likes to have these huge spikes, but then it traditionally kind of comes crumbling back down very rapidly. I'm looking to trade those spikes. So that's what I mean by selling at 13 cents or 15 cents, etc. I want to get out fast, have my profit, and just be able to buy more Dogecoin when it eventually comes back down. There is a chance that it won't come back down. That is something that is a risk I am taking, but that's why I have my separate long-term Dogecoin plays out there. But for me, this still seems like a good opportunity just to accumulate Dogecoin. I know we're probably going to go a little bit higher here, but really it's going to be hard to figure out that exact moment because all the Aussies are saying mixed stuff right now. Daily chart fine, weekly chart fine, okay. We're basically just waiting for that next big surge, and that next big surge probably would happen next 4 or 5 days if you're looking for that. Hopefully it comes along. Now, of course, you're not going to be adding any GAN boxes or GAN fans over here because of how low all this is with the log. However, if I can find this over. Is this the one I wanted to show you guys? No, that's something else. Let me see if I can find it. I usually have something I can show you guys to show you what I'm about to do, but I don't know if I have it on my chart. Oh, this screen is a lot brighter. What I normally have is my cheat sheet for you guys for GAN fans because I'm going to do a GAN box on here. I was going to do it the other day, but I forgot, and so I'm going to do it with the SPY and the NASDAQ and a few other indicators here for a video I'm doing with trades in the next few days. I got so many files I need to get rid of. So many files. No, I can't seem to find it. It could just be on my desktop somewhere, but I'm not entirely sure. Oh well, I don't need the cheat sheet to actually do it, so you guys just have to follow along for a few seconds. There we go. Right. So this one's kind of interesting just because of how much Dogecoin's moved. What I'm going to actually do here, though, is this. Let me... Dogecoin moved up so rapidly, this is going to make everything look kind of weird. Price to bar ratio. What's going on here? Oh, okay, adjusted like that. Okay. What's wrong with this one? Oh, it's a Gann square fix. My bad. I just clicked the wrong one. I want the Gann square. Gann square fixed is not what I like to do. I like to mess around and be more specific with my numbers. 90, 90, 90, 90, 90. Let's go with 0.002. How's that working? Already hit that level of resistance. Yeah, we're probably looking at a little bit of resistance between 12 and 12.75. Again, over the next few weeks, though, that comes back up towards 13 cents. After that, you get back up here towards 15, 16 cents. What I want to do, though, is I want to go a little bit further. Let's go to, damn it, I want to go to 180 here. 180. Oh boy, this is going to be interesting because I want to go high, like, you know, because we've had these spikes before. We know Dogecoin can do it. Well, let's just see what the eyeball test does for me very fast. Can I get it up to 1? I think I can get this up to 1. Okay, so 0.005 then for this one. There we go. And we're looking to this to cross over to 180. There we go. Okay. So bear with me here. You know, Dogecoin rose so fast and crashed so much that it's kind of made this Gann box look kind of crazy. If you're looking for a really nice long-term resistance level, it's going to be closer to 23 cents, way out there, but that can take a little bit of time. Matches up with a little bit of resistance levels you can see above my head here. But personally, I wonder, let me pull out a Gann box to put on top of this Gann fan. All right, here we are. I don't think we need the angles on for now, just because they kind of clutter the screen a little bit too much for me. If you're looking for a very long-term type of price action for something more in 2024, like the middle of 2024, before some type of really big main altcoin season really comes to fruition, 23 cents up to 27 cents seems like a good zone. For me, though, when I look at stuff like this, you can tell it's going to be a bumpy ride up there. But the way it happened last time, it blew through everything, so hardly any of this mattered. Like if I were to go back over here very fast, which is, this is so hard to do. Things don't usually go parabolic like this over a short period of time without stock splits and stuff. So when you draw stuff like this, it really freaks people out. Let's just go to 360. We're talking about small, like price to bar ratios and 0.000. The normal numbers are nothing like that. It's like a 1 or it's a 2 or it's a 5. It's not 0.00 something. Again, let's just eyeball it up here. Can I get a 0.15? No. Jeez. Yeah, it was a 0.002 right on the mark. Jeez. Okay, well, let's just kind of fix this up a little more. All right, a little bit above it, but that's fine for now. It looks like Dogecoin won't really go parabolic until maybe towards like summer starting over there. Doesn't mean it can't have big moves, but you know, it can go from 9-10 cents all the way up here to 15 cents. But if you're looking for that big juicy parabolic run, it's not really cleared to do so. If looking at these older GAN boxes until about June so far, I could add a few more on here, but the way that Dogecoin went, it's just so much harder to add that data. But let me go over here very fast. Let me add on a box just to kind of see. And since we're kind of so far in the back, I might be able to actually use the angles on the GAN fan here. Oh my god, look at that zoom out. That has to happen. So there you go. That zone actually matches up pretty well with the order block historically. After that, a little bit of resistance around the 28 to 30 mark, but we're nowhere near that right now. So let's go over here. Angles. How have they been working out historically? Breaking down, riding up, breakout, breakout. Breakout, got knocked back down though, so a little bit more iffy recently. A little bit of support there, a little bit of support and resistance there. This one's actually not too bad. Wow, yeah, usually it's a little bit more iffy. This one's not terrible. Okay, so you might look to add on a GAN box and a GAN square onto your chart, going back to the really long time ago, which was March 9th, 2020, which was during the COVID crash, I believe, or during the process of the COVID crash. You don't really have to make your charts look all this cluttered. Like, this is just something where if you're only looking for a few things within the clutter, which is why I think most people just rightfully so stay away from this type of stuff. But really, short term here, even still, yeah. There could be some big moves back up here, even all the way up here, like I said, like to 14, 15 cents, something like that. If you're lucky, you get up here to something even higher. I think I've told you I'm selling at 13 cents. But once we kind of get into May and June of next year, it seems like Dogecoin specifically is really geared for those types of movements there. Up until you see where all these lines intersect right here, usually things are kind of steady or kind of slow around that time. Right afterwards, though, I think you should be fine. How do we do some of the other ones? Broke out, rode down, hit the support. Rode it down, then broke out. This one was kind of messy, though. This is really, really messy. I mean, it came back down to the level, the 0.25 level, which was pretty nice. Then it came back down here. That was pretty nice. But then I guess just because it was so overbought, when the crash happened, it just came so hard. So, you know, to me, Dogecoin still seems like a really good accumulation zone. But I'm not expecting anything very parabolic to happen anytime soon. Really not until next year. I know I say maybe June or April or, you know, May, something like there. It might be sooner than that. Only though if we have a parabolic effect. So this is going to have to be something related to Elon Musk news primarily, okay? So that means Dogecoin on X, you know, we've been hearing news about that. The space shuttle stuff. You know, stuff like that is really what you're going to be looking for if you want to go boom earlier, okay? What I'm looking right now is we still have a lot of time for Dogecoin, and that's really just because of how high it went. I could of course try to, like, you know, separate this out, make this go a little bit longer. Let me see if I can even do that. Let's pull up my calculator here. I'm bad at simple math sometimes, and I don't want to mess it up. Oh, I was right. Okay. All right, let's go over here to 450. 450, and let's go to 0.002. I guess that's the best we're going to do here. I should have done 0.5, but that's fine. This one maybe gives you a little bit more gratitude. You can see, I mean, how is this honored a little bit more though? Bit. doesn't really write it down too much. Yeah, we're definitely looking at something that's not so far extended. We're definitely something around that 180 to 360. It's 180. It's 90. 270. 270. Yeah. $273. Close enough. This one kind of rides down a little bit more. Yeah, even then, still kind of an April, May type of move there. So it looks like next summer is probably when you're going to have the biggest moves. Now, doesn't mean you can't go up higher now. It just means that if you're looking for those parabolic moves, you might need to cook a little bit more. But I would still say it's still a great accumulation zone, because everything you're seeing now, if you assume that Dogecoin is going to follow the rest of the market, this is just gearing up for one large move to happen sometime in late spring. Let's just call it late spring. Now, of course, we're really going to be looking for Bitcoin to actually do all that, to carry that load. But so far, it looks good. What the heck is that doing there? Okay, there we go. All that's back on. There we go. All right. See, and hey, it's like, I do not play Warzone. I haven't played video games in a few weeks here, but I definitely want to. Normally, when I play video games, it's much more strategy based. I don't even know if I have my Steam account open. It's stuff like Attila Total War, but I have it heavily modded right now. Civilization games, which have kind of gotten old. Old World, which has kind of gotten old to me as well. I've tried to get back into Cyberpunk, and I haven't played Cyberpunk since November 3rd, so there's so much for trying to get back into it. But I just played a Total War Attila December 25th there. I didn't really play it. I was just doing an update on it, but still, I haven't had a chance to play. I've been really busy with doing this type of stuff, and of course my vacation. But I haven't played a good old shooting game in quite a bit of time, which is why I want to get back into Cyberpunk. I'm really hoping one day they can make a version of Cyberpunk that's, can you imagine if they made Cyberpunk online? that would be absolutely insane. That's something that I would play, but my reflexes aren't that good when it comes to gaming. I got nerve damage in my left hand from playing football. And so, it's not like I can still use full function, but it irritates my brain to actually use my left ring finger for whatever reason. So I've tried to get it fixed, but nobody knows exactly what it is. Do I think Shiba will have its day? I would say eventually, but the thing with Shiba is you buy it, you don't buy a lot. And it's kind of, from what I understand from last time, when we bought it last time and it worked out very, very well. It was one of those few things I said, hey, buy this, wait for it to pop. For me, I don't know if I'm going to expect it to make all-time highs or new highs, but I'm expecting it to make a huge pop, and I still expect to be buying in more Shiba right now, waiting for that large pop. So, it's not so much that I think it's going to go parabolic in the sense of 2020, but I think it'll still give you hundreds of % return on profit, and that's really what I'm hoping for as far as Shiba is concerned. If I had to guess, when do I think Dogecoin will hit 15 cents? What exactly is that now? 10? Probably next 3 to 6 weeks. If everything keeps on going the way it is, Dogecoin is just going to need one big spike, and then it'll be there. I'm not saying it's going to hold. Like I said before, it's a spike play. You're waiting for that big move. You're going to be selling on that big spike where everybody's FOMOing in, and then you just kind of walk away, take your profit. Now, that's if you're buying it right now for that trade. Most of you guys are just going to be holding through all that nonsense. You may see the price go up. You're just going to watch it come back down. You're like, oh, maybe I should have sold. Maybe I shouldn't. And then keep on kind of having that grinding effect as far as Dogecoin is concerned. And hey, Tony, I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. I just got back from, how do you say? Oh, me and my sister picked up my mom's urn from the urns, I guess you say, from the funeral home. I took my sister out for Indian food afterwards. So we had some, I had some tiki masala and my sister had some type of Indian food. and they made it extra spicy for me, which is very nice. Then we took a walk around Freight House Square, Tacoma. I bought myself some nice scented candles because, I don't know, every once in a while you want your house to not smell like a dog. So I got some candles to go for me. And also, you guys know they're still working on my floors and stuff like that, so it's been kind of annoying. And then, you know, I just cleaned off my computer. I got myself one of those electric dusters. I pointed it inside my computer today because my computer was having a GPU issue where I'd be working and then all the screens would go black, but you could still hear the music and stuff. And dust just flew all over the place. So when they had been working, they left so much dust that my computer was actually not doing so hot. So I did a full cleaning of my computer today. It was bad. It was dusty as can be. Very, very dusty. What size is my long-term Dogecoin bag? Oh, right now it's about like $25,000 to $30,000 at this point. Basically, a large portion of it was the Dogecoin that I bought a few years ago. I sold off about 60 to 70% of my Dogecoin at a very high level. Like around 50 cents, 60 cents, 70 cents, you know, a little bit dabbing up there. And then I've just kind of been holding it for a while. And whenever Dogecoin has had these larger spikes, I've been selling off a good, you know, 15 to 20% of my Dogecoin, taking a little bit of it to pay for taxes off the Dogecoin. And then I've just been reinvesting it towards the bottom. I used to have a lot of thumbnails. I don't think I have them anymore because I had to clean a lot of my computer off. This thing has like 4 terabytes of thing, and I still managed to use all of it up. Well, I used to have these thumbnails that said Dogecoin pop then drop, and it's because Dogecoin traditionally has these really nice pops, and then it comes down and crashes and burns. Those are really good opportunities for you guys to sell high and buy back lower. But Dogecoiners as a community are typically a little bit more anti-selling Dogecoin, as you might imagine. Do I still have it? No, I probably deleted it since I didn't really use it too much anymore. I've been going through a lot of thumbnails to try different stuff out. Next week, I'm getting ready to start the new Cigars and Crypto channel, where we're going to be breaking down one chart over like a 10 to 15 minute period of time. And that whole time I'm going to be smoking a cigar and introducing you guys to the cigar. So it'll start off more cigar focused. And then from there, it'll be focused more on the charts and the data. And basically, you can see my head over here. I'll have my head more like this, right? No sponsors because they're not sponsoring the other channel. And then I'll be pretty much talking about different things. But it'll be more like, how do I show it to you guys? My face will be over here like this. But the whole chart will be something more over here, right? It doesn't look good right now the way I'm describing it to you, I know. But basically, oh, it'll fit this old model. I think I have an old model here. No. Something like this. Something like this. All right. So I'm talking, I had the cigar. It'll be Michael Whitman, Crypto and Cigars, whatever. My sponsor. For this one, there'll be no sponsor, so it'll be my head a little bit larger. And I'll be breaking down all the data while talking about a cigar and stuff like that. But you can see how old this setup is because I'm not even focusing on the middle of the screen here. There we go. Okay. This feels a little bit smaller now. There we go. But yeah, so I'm excited for that happening in a couple weeks here. Well, no, next week. Next week, we're not talking about. So I even have some cigars up and ready. I'm going to have to go buy some more cigars because all I have, I think, is 2 cigar styles. They're very expensive styles, but I just like my expensive ones. I need to get some more moderately priced ones between the $10 and $20 price range, which I don't think will be too hard. I just don't know too much about it, so I'm going to have myself a little card that says, hey, this is a so-and-so, like Arturo Fuente cigar. It comes with, you know, it has earthy notes and stuff like that. Very beautiful. I will clip it. I will light it live. I guess I won't be doing a live stream, but I will light it while talking about it, kind of giving you guys smells really good. It doesn't smell very good. And then from there, I'll have a couple puffs. I'll tell you guys what I think about it. And then we'll start having a nice slow conversation about a deep dive of any particular stock or cryptocurrency out there, which I think will be pretty fun. But I'm gonna have to get used to it over time because I'm not entirely sure how I want to break all that down. But a good 10 to 15 minute video breaking down Bitcoin for the next few weeks, or breaking down AMP or Ape token or AVEX or Arbitrum, giving you guys like my deep thoughts about what I think about it. So part of it will just be the technology with the website, kind of an overview of the coin. After that, it'll be something more of like, let's break down the technicals here. What I've done for you guys is I put on some moving averages, some oscillators. We'll break down that, and then we'll start breaking down, hey, look at this movement, see what's been happening on social media. They've been making some advancements, all types of stuff. And again, it'll only be like 10 to 15 minutes. Maybe over time I can work it up to 30 minutes. Most of the cigars that I smoke last about 45 minutes to an hour. So theoretically, they can be quite longer videos. But, again, I'm just starting off with the other channel, so I'm going to see how it works out. That one's more for fun. I don't really care if I get a lot of views on it. It's just kind of nice to relax and smoke a cigar. This channel, much more grinding for views and so forth, but I still think they'll both be little babies of mine. And hey, Dilla, thanks for saying happy holidays. It's been a pretty good holiday so far. Yeah, I got caught up in not selling in the last bull run. I should have sold half at SNL night and waited. Dude, I took so much flack for selling at 50 cents. Like, I got death threats for selling at 50 cents. Like, it was bad. I was one of the more prominent Dogecoin streamers at the time, but my whole point for Dogecoin was my thought that, hey, you could buy it cheap, you could sell it for a higher price, you could change your life a little bit with a good amount of money. People did not think 50 cents was any close to the top. Now, if you go look in hindsight, 50 cents was a pretty good price. Because what I did is I sold 50% at 50, another 10% at 60, and then I think that was as far as we got. No, another 10% at 70. All right, there we go. And then that's all we got. But I sold right here. Not bad. It looks well. The difference between 50 and 60 and 70 cents is very small compared to how when you buy it way down here. So the profit was there. I enjoyed it. But I think each bull market is just a test and a kind of a way to learn for the next one. Next time when everything starts to get a little too hyped, you don't have to sell everything, just sell a little bit, lock in some profit. And I think that makes you a lot happier because you can see the rewards for the hard work, that you did to, buy, hold, and deal with all the stress and stuff of holding something that's really going parabolic. And just remember, Bitcoin, watch out for those daily moving averages after all-time highs. They really do give you a heads up to something bad is coming. And even then when I was talking about this, it wasn't like I wasn't screaming about a crash happening during this or this. I was just saying, hey guys, this is concerning to me. I'm trimming off some and then I'm just moving my stop losses up to make sure nothing bad happens. So when something eventually bad did happen, I wasn't really affected by it all too much. I was mostly just answering questions for people saying, should I buy? Should I sell? And I was like, yeah, you can do a bit more day trading, but you got to be careful because you just don't know when this bull run's going to end. The weekly chart is when people got really concerned, right? This is where I was setting the 9 o'clock fire, or whatever you want to call it. Death cross right there. That was a nasty one. The thing that made this so much worse back in the day, though, which a lot of people weren't prepared for, and I wasn't prepared for, was we had exchanges falling off, like get killed out there. Celsius, BlockFi, Voyager, FTX, all the way over here. It was just complete carnage out there. So, everybody was very, very, very fearful because if their exchange went down, UST Luna was going to, Solana was dropping like a rock. It was a complete chaos. So, just try to have those goals set beforehand. Easiest way to do it is just move up that stop loss. Even if it's just a mental stop loss and you can't physically have a stop loss on some type of spot trade, just having a mental idea of where you're looking to sell that at. Even if it's really far-fetched out there, whatever, it's still a good idea to have that mental, like, hey, I want to start selling my Dogecoin this time around when we hit 60 cents or 70 cents. That's what I'm thinking of, more 60 cents, not 50 cents. You may say, Michael, aren't you expecting it to go to $1? Yes, but I still want to, shave some off and take some profit just in case it doesn't. Who knows? Yeah, for heaven's sakes, we could be going into World War III in 2024. Okay, okay. I want to make sure I lock down some money. In 2025, we may still be in a nice bull market going on, but guess what? We may have the U.S. dollar freaking go crazy because of the lack of America investing up its debt. We may have inflation. Like, there's so many different variables. It's best just to make sure you're locking in something. Locking in something can really go well here. And hey, I'm very happy to see you. And hey, check out, what is it? Check out Bitcoin SV. I don't even think I own Bitcoin SV, do I? I don't follow it, but I can look it up over here on CoinMarketCap. About 51% last day. Popped off here. What exchanges is it even on it? Oh, I think they took it off of Coinbase. It's not even on Binance. Damn, Binance wants every coin, so I don't know what they did. A lot of moderate confidence, but it's fine. A lot of high confidence in the first pages. Let's check out X. I don't know. There's no note. There's no news about it. It's just getting pumped. I don't see any news on it. It's just people pumping it up. I don't see anything. News. Oh, and hey, thanks, Mark. I really do appreciate it. Just want to say you're doing awesome, man. Keep up the great work. I really do appreciate it, man. This takes a lot out of me, and I do appreciate it, especially during the holidays. But that's why I took a vacation last week to get a little bit of relaxation. I mean, we can go over here to... Yeah, a month ago, Coinbase ending support for Bitcoin SV. I don't exactly know what's going on here at all. The price went vertical on Wednesday. Yes, 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 yes. 10 inches. It's all technicals. There's nothing important here. I honestly have no idea. I'm guessing they had some type of good news or something. But Bitcoin SV. It's continuing to pump at a pretty rapid pace. Not the time to be buying, if you ask me, but if you wanted to day trade this sucker, I guess you could. It falls into that category, I think, of Robinhood plays. You guys know that anything that you can buy on Robinhood, I will probably do very, very well, especially if it's on a massively high market cap. This market cap is pretty high now, but that's because it's pretty much jumped up and doubled. But you know, I'd rather be buying Compound or stuff like that on Robinhood, just exchanges in general. But it's definitely having a pretty seismic move right now. That's for sure. Pretty seismic move. There we go. Back over here to Bitcoin very fast. Who will win, Shiba, Doge? I'd probably say Dogecoin. Sheeb doesn't really have a big backer behind it, and Sheeb managed to crash all the way back down to pre-pandemic levels. Dogecoin, for whatever reason, there's a lot of reasons out there, I guess you could say. For whatever reason, they managed to hold strong and not come all the way back down below a penny. I think the lowest we got was a little bit below 5 cents. You know, Sheeb, I like Sheeb as a longer term hold. I think it'll go boom again someday, but I don't think it's going to be a match for Dogecoin. Maybe it can be a match as far as a portion of it, only because it is going to have a much lower market cap now because it did come back down all the way. Again, like I said, Dogecoin did not come back down below a penny. That would have been absolutely insane. Shiba Inu, it can pump up a lot. To me, though, really just like, you know, I'll buy it. I'll buy it, then I'll sell it when it pops. But I don't expect to have the same returns as I do with Dogecoin, unless you deciding to buy both today. You might actually have similar returns, and the only reason for that is Dogecoin monthly chart. See how we're not close to the bottom anymore? You buy right now, we go back to just all-time highs, nothing crazy. Let's move this out of the way. That's about a 704% return. You go over here to Sheeb. See how we came all the way back down to levels in 2021? Oh, that's a 712% return too. So yeah, so about even if you wanted to buy each one of them now. To me though, Dogecoin has a lot more fan power behind it. You know, a lot more people like it. Elon Musk is behind it. We're gonna have a lot more news about it next year. Yeah, I'd probably Dogecoin, but again, like I said, I own Sheeb as well. I'm waiting for it to pop as well. I'm still expecting greater things from Dogecoin though. Still expecting greater things from Dogecoin. Hopefully Sheeb can make me some money as well though. There we go. Okay. We take a sip of water here, guys. There we go. Yeah, no worries, man. Happy to help you out. Let me go over here very quick. Yeah, but Bitcoin SV is going up quite a bit. Whenever I see something pumping like that, though, my first instinct is not to buy, it's to sell. It's to sell and take my profits. Let's go back over here very fast. Let's get off the inflation rate. Because I don't think there's been much news as far as Twitter as far as I'm concerned. The big news for me is Russell Wilson has got benched. Tom Crown making fun of Teslas. Kid got karate lessons for Christmas. It's Tom Crown again. Out of context humans. Opie Mills Mall, Nashville. I don't know. I don't go there. This was a false alarm. Okay, that's why notes is such a good thing to have. I don't see much crypto news. Like when there's crypto news, it really floods my feed. I don't really see much here. Justin Cathy Wood's ARK sold off its entire GPTC position today. Bloomberg barking strategic moves before spot Bitcoin ETF approval. Friend Tech showed us that it was possible to socialify, but taking next level. This is just plugging some type of coin or something. See new listing. I mean, I swear people are pumping everything these days. You know, sometimes I imagine how much money I can make if I just bought like $1,000 of some shit token, and then all of a sudden one day I was like, hey buddy, I'm buying a shit ton of this shit token. It's going to the moon, trust me. I bet it'd be very easy, but I feel like it's like so illegal. And you could always say unethical, whatever, but illegal is the big thing I would say. Because I value my freedom. Let's see. The heck is that? Oh, it's Elon Musk tree. I was like, what the heck is that? Yeah. Oh God, I'm definitely the old school that likes to have a conversation. But if I can't hold a conversation with somebody, we just not vibing, we'll both pull the phone. We'll just like admit defeat there. No, there's just not much news coming out right now as far as crypto's concerned. I mean, we're all seeing the big moves happening here. That's good, but new videos live from CoffeeZilla. Yeah, and I mean, not much going on here. Solana altcoin season is over. Ethereum altcoin season begins. I mean, I hope we can see Ethereum have those larger moves. Hey, Burgup, pump shipping for me, Mike. What do you call it? That's the thing. Like, I never think about pumps like other creators do. Like, at the end of the day, I'm just hoping to get lucky with my picks. I think that's where it all comes. You can enhance the level of luck that you have by just, you know, doing some research on the company and thinking about what you want to buy. But like, when you see a creator talking about something and pumping it, no matter how small or how large, they've already bought it. You know, when I talk about buying something, the last video that I told you guys I'm buying is Solana. I mean, if you think I have enough money to pump Solana, be my guest. But, you know, I don't know. It just seems so weird. And it's just like, but, you know, the thing about it is they still have lots of fans. They are still growing their channels. And it's because they're bringing a pure entertainment package to everything, right? I am going to be more entertaining, I told you guys, in 2024, but it's not going to be about tokens and whatnot. The beautiful thing about me when I start this new series in next year, when I'm doing streams and stuff about buying tokens, I'm going to be spending about $100 or $200, $300. It's not going to be thousands of dollars, and I'm going to be buying them pretty much live on stream. And then if I haven't, I will show you guys the next day or something like that. You know, like I do with the Fairdesk. Oh, I popped down $50 on this token, $100 on this token with a 2x leverage. Let's see where it goes, you know? And then I can show you that some are not doing well and some are doing well. And I think that's the proper way to do it. When I see everybody on Twitter doing that, it's just like, you know, there's some poor person that's going to buy the top of, you know, Bach or something. They're going to be down like 60% right now. Then they're going to be freaking upset as can be, right? Let's see. Due to climb his Eiffel Tower without permission. Like, just nowhere. Oh, Marathon Digital Holdings. Among companies closely tied to Bitcoin and valued at $5 billion or more, the best performing stock this year was Marathon. Read the full article, yet it shows Coinbase in the background. I don't know why CNBC does this like that. Bitcoin just, you said Bitcoin 12K win. I know. As a former bear, I definitely understand the sentiment right there. Oh, what the heck is that? Five Guys prices. People should not be eating out anymore. There needs to be a lot of fast food businesses that close down and restaurants that close down. There's just too many of them, and people don't have enough money to keep on supporting all of them. So there's going to be a big crash next year, if you ask me. But that's going to be from an economic standpoint. I don't think Bitcoin's necessarily going to really follow the overall market as much as it might otherwise would. I don't think it's going to do that. Did I hear about the GTA 6 liquid getting life prison? I mean, that guy seems too dangerous to just be left out and about. Like, what I would have done if I was the government, I would have tried to give him a job. Just give him a job where he can hack North Korea. Like, his whole job is to cause chaos in North Korea. Can you imagine somebody like that, what they could do? You know, just like, hack Iran. Oh, yeah, I can hack Iran just like that. Just hack. He has a monitor, like somebody just physically watching him. Like, that's another hacker. Just watching him 24/7. The other guy is not hacking. He's just watching that guy to make sure that he's doing his job. And then boom, he gets paid like $50,000 a year. Not the normal, you know, really high end pay for what you might expect from somebody with his skill set, because, you know, he would be in jail right now. Just give him a job. Go hack Iran. Go hack. I mean, for everyone's like, you can hack Mexico until they fix the border issues. Go hack China. Go hack North Korea. Go hack any of our enemies out there, even Hezbollah. Whatever. Yeah, you can hack all of them and let him have a field day with it. See what he can do. I'd much rather have him going there than rotting in prison, because he seems like a crazy talent. But I guess he has like mental issues and autism, so you know, it's a big risk to say the least. Which is why you're gonna have that guy just sitting next to him the entire time. But I mean, if he gets out, he's just gonna hack them again. I guarantee it. Which would be crazy, but like those GTA leaks are wild. I mean, I enjoyed watching them. Wasn't there supposed to be a rocket launch with Dogecoin in it December 23rd? I mean, there might have been. I was not paying attention. I was flying back from Vegas at the time. I believe you are correct, but I did not hear any news about it whatsoever. I did not see any, like I wasn't thinking that it was going to cause a big move in the price of Dogecoin. I thought it might have a smaller move, then it would just come back down. I don't even know if it even had that small move on the upside. I don't think it was widely publicized, but again, on the 23rd, I woke up, I went to go get some coffee, I played slots for about an hour and a half. Then I called my driver to make sure he was going to pick me up before I pick me up to go to the airport around 3:30 or something like that. Went to go grab some lunch. I had some orange chicken with some rice, and then grabbed a couple drinks while watching the Steelers game, and I think it was Steelers Bengals, and I popped like $50 into the Keno machine before eventually going to grab my bags. My chauffeur was waiting for me at the front. He grabbed my bags and off we went. You know, I was pretty much doing nothing all that day. Although I will say, having a chauffeur in Vegas really is a delight. He's not like he's my driver 24/7 or something like that, but he's basically a guy that has a SUV, a suit and a tie. He works for a limousine company, but he also has his private Lincoln. Getting chauffeured around town for about I think it was like $80 an hour or something like that. You know, if you guys are ever up for it, it's definitely a great experience. Definitely a great experience. Oh, and hey, Car Simplified, happy to see you back, man. Do I think more local mom and pop restaurants, small chains, or mega chains will be affected, closed down? I think it'll be a mixed bag, because there's two different types of restaurants. There's restaurants that have managed to do just fine without hiking up their prices like crazy. I think mom and pop or a major chain, they're going to be just fine. But those restaurants like a Chipotle, which have like just doubled the price of all of their food over the past like just 2-3 years, I feel no incentive to go into those restaurants ever again. Because there's so many restaurants that are doing better now. So like here, let me show you this. Because Bitcoin, of course, is kind of boring right now. Nothing much is happening. Just that consolidation we talked about before. Here's Daniel's Broiler in Bellevue. It's a great place. I highly recommend if you guys have money to splurge. This meal right here, steak and lobster, it's absolutely fantastic. However, specialties maybe? Yeah. Filet mignon and lobster tail. A few years ago, this was not $185. It was just $100, $110. I'm never going here because everything has risen up that much. Porterhouse 28 ounce, $100. That's not actually a crazy bad price, right? A filet mignon, 4 ounces of each. A fleet of filet mignon, $130. What's that? 1, 2, 3. 12 ounces for $103. Not really my cup of tea. Their steak is okay, but it's like I'm paying for like the luxury Vegas prices or something. So what I've been doing, and I've been going to these places with some friends or acquaintances, is basically, when in the crypto realm, I've not been going to places like this where it's the high end. I'm going for those more modern places like an STK Bellevue. Right? Where you can see that the crispy calamari, the appetizer is $30, or the jumbo lump crab cake is $41. You don't go there. What you do is you go right here and you go for the happy hour menu. All right. And then so they have oysters on the half shelf for $3, tuna tartare taco $9, crispy calamari $9, STK Fridays at $9. A little bit different than what I'm used to, but Wagyu meatballs. You get those. You get some tater tots, some stuff like that. Light snacks. You have some beverages. Cocktails are $9. $9 for a cocktail, and they're good cocktails. You're good to go. I mean, you with a couple of friends, you share some appetizers. You can even share one large main if you wanted to, but really, you don't have to. Really, really good. This is the new thing, I feel like, because not many people can afford to go to those nice places, and a lot of my acquaintances can't afford to just pop down a couple $100 on a dinner on a Wednesday night. So why don't we pop down like $30 to $50 a person on a Wednesday night? That's much more doable. So places that have these nice happy hour menus and these ways for all groups of people to kind of come in and have some fun, those are the places that I think do very well later on. But the places like the nicer fine dining places, no. Or even out here, Maps, Tacoma, Point Defiance. There's a bunch of restaurants that I like to go to out here. One of them is Duke's Chatter House. You can go over here and sit down, and basically you get to see the whales and stuff out here and the seals. It's a really nice view. But if you go over here, you look at their menu, they've done it right. Their prices have gone up, but their prices have not gone up so like a crazy, crazy degree. So let me just go to a 3-course dinner for $43. You know, get some one thing here, one thing here, one thing here, whatever. But you know, it's not too expensive. But those places that, for whatever reason, they have not been able to get their act together on pricing, I don't think they're going to survive. I think it's going to be very, very bad. Heck, I was in a place today and I was getting some food for my sister. We ended up getting some boba tea. All right. And I when my sister comes back from college, I always get a boba tea a few times out there. I tried to pay with cash because I saw a lot of cash in Vegas. They wouldn't even accept my cash. I had to use a card. I was already ticked off about that. In my mind, I was already like, well, shit, I'm not going to fucking come here if they don't take my cash. You know, so it's a fucking weird thing. Like cash only, it's not the best thing here. But yeah, I mean, that's just me being petty right there. But still, there are tons of mom and shop places. Like even here, this is where I went today with my sister. Little India Express. This food right here, right? It's just Indian food, right? That lady right there was very nice to us today. Me and my sister got some Fantas and Cokes. 2 main meals with 2 sides of garlic naan costs about $45. All right. And that's kind of on the higher side, but the food is good. The portions are good. And I know they're in a busy location, so I don't usually mind it. And they're a small business that's been there for freaking ever. So I like to support them. But if you ask me about any other small restaurant over here that doesn't have good food, their workers are not as nice as the family that runs that place, I will stop going there in a heartbeat if they raise their prices every now and again. But again, I live in Tacoma. There's not really much stuff here. Like there's a few restaurants over here. They're not that good. Wildfin, not that good. Forelli's Pizza is probably the best one around here. Thai cuisine, bleh, not that good. Cooper's Song Northwest Kitchen, it's okay. But the prices have definitely been jumping up. And people are going to, remember, when a recession comes around, people are just not going to have the money. And people are kind of in this weird spot because remember, when we had the last recession where people had no jobs, that was because of COVID. The government was paying people extra COVID relief money every week to make sure they were still doing fine. They're not going to get it next time. So they're thinking that, oh, I will be fine because I was fine back in 2020. No. They're really going to have to crunch down. And because of all of this inflation over the past past year or so, the government's spending way more money than it's taking in and doing a very bad job of managing the economy, kind of leading us to where we are now, amongst the foreign policy blunders and stuff like that. But that's the big part here. A lot of people have pretty much maxed out their credit cards or coming close to maxing out their credit cards. Imagine getting laid off from your job tomorrow and then realizing you still have to pay all your credit card bills. You have to pay your mortgage. You have to pay your car bill. You have to pay your car insurance. You have to pay for your health insurance. What do you do in a situation like that? Like the first thing is like, well, okay, maybe I don't need health insurance, right? Okay, no health insurance. Well, hey, do I need car insurance? Yeah, you kind of do, but maybe I can take it off for a few months. Nobody's going to really know. I just don't get in a car accident. I normally don't get in car accidents. Your mind goes into all different types of ideas about how to save you money. And then you're like, okay, well, I'll still make my car payment because I want to be able to drive my car. And like, okay, I'll do my house payment because I still want to be able to live in the house. And maybe I'll keep on paying for housing insurance. No, I should really do that because something bad happened. And so you get these core things that you really need. But then after that, you know, you're even just paying for that and, you know, food, which is more expensive. You might not even be able to even afford all of that once you get laid off, even on unemployment, which is the scary thing. And so you're going to have to make drastic changes again. So you might actually have to sell your car and take public transportation for a little bit, or you might just have to find a cheaper way to commute, which is carpooling with friends and stuff like that. It changes your whole dynamic. Now, if you had a lot of credit card debt that you could, you know, add on there, maybe you could survive a little bit longer. Oh, I'll just put groceries on my credit card. You know, I'll pay it off at the end of the month. I'll try to. If it goes up a maximum of like $100 every month, I can live off of that for a while I'm looking for a job. And eventually, that poor person has to take a job they really don't like, and then they just have to keep that job until the economy gets good enough where they have options, and then they can just leave that job as fast as they can and go look for another job. But while all that's happening, a lot of businesses are not in a good shape because they're not getting into that money. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you guys have gone to businesses over the past year or so. You guys have noticed that prices have gone up, but you feel like the value has definitely not gone up. You guys know about shrinkflation and all that type of stuff. You know, I don't want to call myself like an asshole, but like, if the food's not good, if the service isn't good, I see no reason why I should give you my money. I don't care if you're a mom and pop shop that this is your first business. If it's not good, it's not good. You know, it is what it is. You know, there are times where I give them free social media advice or free advice about how to grow their business, something like that. I do that, fine. But that's if they're nice and they just seem slow. But if they're rude and, you know, their food isn't particularly well, not good. Actually, there's a place like that right now. I went to with a friend the other day. Service wasn't good. Food wasn't good. It was just all bad. This place. Poquitos Tavern. Right here. Nice area. I used to live around here. I used to live like a block away. But damn, the food was not hitting it. Maybe they have reviews on it. Maybe. Reviews. Love it, love it, love it. This is something. This is from a year ago. Came in on a Friday night. When you walk in, you have Paquitos on the left and Stadium Golf Bar on the right. The wait at the table was 15 to 20 minutes, so we took the bar. It was about 10 minutes. Yeah. Oh, that's actually a good review. They just really did it low. I thought it was actually a pretty good review. Yeah, people liked it. I did not like this place at all. Maybe because I like to have my Mexican food. Nah, people be good. Bland beans and rice. Ask for non-dimensional. Yeah, this is more of the stuff I was asking about, concerned about. But yeah, at least it seems like they may survive here. Food was good, a bit overpriced. That's the city, everything's overpriced. But again, the moment somebody says something like it's overpriced, the moment that they lose their job, overprice is out the window. They might go over here to Salamone's Pizza or to Stadium Thriftway. For me, when I want to spend my money on a nice dinner, like around this neighborhood, I go right here. It's an Asian place, Indo-Asian, and right next to it is Moshi Moshi, which is ramen. Really easy, cheap places to go grab some food. Their cocktails are expensive, so maybe you don't want to drink there, but it's fine. And if you want to go real classy, well, I take my sister out for dinner every now and again, or my sister not for dinner, excuse me, a brunch. This little place called Soul Bistro right here. This little tiny place, it's freaking awesome. If you guys ever visit Tacoma, this place is a really cool place to go out to. Well, actually, I've never actually been to this place and seen those sandwiches, but Eggs Benedict, really good. Hamburgers, really good. Potatoes is very good. Everything. And you sit out here, you have a view of the water. It's heated, and they got little blankets for you because they care. A really, really chill place. Definitely more on the expensive side, but when I say the food is really good, the food is really, really good and worth the price. You know, that one plate's probably like $20 or something like that. but it's just so darn good. So I will keep on going back there. But last time, they took a little bit too long getting to me at the table. I kind of haven't been back since, just because they were taking a little bit too long to get to me at the table. I will go back because the food is good, but it'll take somebody else saying, hey, Michael, do you want to go there? It won't be me going by myself there again, because I'm so ticked off about it. I have high standards for places that charge a lot of money. And again, remember, I grew up in the ghetto. I really appreciate the money I have. I don't really try to squander it all too much, unless I really am just like, you deserve this. You've earned this. That's why I bought this. I've showed you guys this pendant right here. I bought this, hold on a second, I know I can find it. I bought this while I was at Vegas. Men's necklaces and chains, pendants. A tag, I mean, it's probably an amulet. I don't know the logic behind these names and stuff like that, sorry guys. I want to get this dagger. That dagger looks so cool. That's the next one I'm going to get. But I got something on the cheaper side, so it's not as expensive as all that type of stuff. I got this one, yeah. So I got this one right here. So, you know, since my mom passed away, I've been thinking about her quite a bit. And her favorite, her birthstone and her favorite stone was a ruby. So what I did is I got this ruby snake to kind of always be thinking about her, with a little black onyx and whatnot. And it's double-sided, so there's a ruby on each side. So that way, you know, I can just think about her a little bit more. But this type of stuff, like, normally I'd never spend $550 on something, but like, you know, it's like, I'm treating myself. I want to treat myself. I'll see how it goes. And it's not even, you don't even get the chain. You're just buying that little snake thing. So, you know, there are times like that when I'm like, fine. But really, I rarely will ever buy stuff like that. Even this ring, I have 2 rings, expensive rings, but not very expensive. They're both under $1,000, right? I will be buying an expensive ring down the road, and that ring is going to be men's rings band. Let me show you what the ring is going to be. I don't know if I can. Okay, here's one of them. So this is the one I have on my finger right now. It's a cheaper ring. It's like this, but it's not this. It's a different type. It's like a mix of, yeah, I'm not paying for all that fucking gold. Waves. Waves, maybe? Waves? This one. I'm getting this one right here. I want that semi-gold with the black pave. That's about as flashy as I'm going to get. This one's a little bit cheaper, but I don't think it looks as good. This is the one I want to get, and I just want to, it'll be like the most expensive thing I own. It'll be when I want to be flashy and I want to be more hip and new. It's going to be that ring. But again, I can buy it tomorrow if I wanted to. I'm specifically saving up for it to just make sure my brain understands this is something that's expensive. Don't just buy it on a whim. I bought the chain for my mom on a whim though. I was like, oh, that looks nice. You know, reminds me of my mom. I'll buy that. Even low-key spots with Lish in Vegas. Oh yeah, I mean, I go to all types of places. I go to really high-end places. I go to cheap places. This trip, I went to a lot of high-end places because a lot of my meals were comped because I was gambling. But normally, I mean, you go to Fremont Street to go get a pizza over there. There's little teeny food courts all over Vegas. You go a couple blocks off the strip, there's tons of mom and pop shops over there. They're really good. I think this whole, like, Keith Lee's whole business model is going out to those small restaurants and seeing what places are good and what places aren't. And there's a lot of places over there. I typically stay away from food trucks. That's my only rule because a lot of time the food trucks, the lines are just so long. I just don't like to wait that long. I really don't. Because I'm usually on the move. I don't like to be eating outside. I like to find a table, sit down, and eat, which makes my life a lot easier. My feet were throbbing from all the walking in Vegas. The highlight was visiting Death Valley Gorges. Yeah, your feet will definitely hate you in Vegas. I literally, the first 2 days I was there, I flew in Sunday. And then Monday and Tuesday, I was at the spa for like 8 hours a day. I was full on just relaxing for a little bit. And then once I hit the ground running on a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, my feet were just killing me every day. You get out of bed and your feet just feel like mush and you're like, oh, this hurts. Then you have to gather your strength up, and then you're off to go. Luckily, I brought some nice insoles in there. I thought I forgot them, but I actually brought them over. And a lot of food near me has gone up in price and down in quality and quantity, portion size at the same time. Yeah, exactly. It's too much negativity coming from one restaurant. It's definitely not going to make you want to just go there and eat. It's just not what's going to be happening. This is not what I like. If a restaurant, I don't mind an expensive restaurant if I know it's expensive going ahead and I know the food quality is worth it. But like for any of you guys that go to Vegas, go to a happy hour at STK or Beauty in Essex. Like here, let me show you guys this very fast. Oh, and hey, Ghost, hope you're doing well. Beauty in Essex is this place and the Cosmopolitan. Okay. Lower East Side. No, that's not the one I want. There we go. So it's like a speakeasy, and then you go out, and then you go past it. Then there's a restaurant right in the back. Okay, nothing. It's cool, but who's buying all this crazy stuff? Dinner menu. So they didn't really have food price discounts, like so they got cocktails. $20 for a cocktail, $23 for a cocktail, $25 for a cocktail. That's your average Vegas cocktail. And I was buying old fashions for $27 at the clubs. So, I thought that was a steal. You got your wines and stuff like that. You come down, then you got your raw bar, your I don't know what I got. What did I get? Little French tips. No, I got roasted bone marrow for $32. That was absolutely delicious. And I also got where is it? Grilled cheese, smoked bacon, and tomato soup dumplings. So those are my 2 meal items. They filled me up very well. But guess what? During the happy hour, these cocktails right here, buy one, get one free. I was getting hammered on them, and it was absolutely fantastic. And the girl, I really vibe with bartenders if they're really nice. Like, I can really talk to them easily. The bartender was giving me a free shot here, a free shot here, with the bone marrow. Let me see if I can show you guys a picture of bone marrow with toast. This on there you go. All right, see, mine had 4 bones on it. Oh, I think you can see the bones in the background. Yeah, mine had 4 bones on it. It was freaking massive. I wasn't expecting that much food. I was expecting 2. That's what they normally give you. Yeah, something like this. They gave me 4, so I was very happy. So I might even got an extra one. No, here's one. See, there's 4 right there. But mine were larger bones, very, very good. But good. So at the end, the lady offered me a free shot because I'd been very nice, talkative, and just talking about YouTube. I was talking about the ways to become a YouTuber and stuff like that. And just cryptocurrency in general. I helped out one bartender find his old Kraken account that had like $5,000 of Dogecoin in it. A lot of random freaking stuff. But what do you call it? I picked up a bone marrow, and the lady literally poured a shot of, I think it was Maker's Mark or something. No, Bullet, maybe? I forget. It was either Bullet or Maker's Mark. And she poured it down the bone for me, and it was called a marrow shot. I've had it with like Sherry Luge every now and again, but it was freaking awesome. So, if you can have a vibe in Vegas, you can save a lot of money. But, going back to everything else, you got to find that place that has the value. And sometimes you just want to go at happy hour. Sometimes that's just the way it is. Everybody's in a happy mood during happy hour. If you go during regular dinner hours, people are maybe a little more serious. The vibe is a little more quiet, especially when you're in Bellevue and Seattle area, where little corporate types. When I go in 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock, whatever, sit at the bar, have a conversation with some random person next to you. That's all it takes. Have a couple drinks. Vegas, I can get slammed. Usually when I'm drinking anywhere else, it's like 2 drinks for the night. So that means I just buy one, get one free drink. I'm happy about it. I'm good. Or I get a half off cocktail. Either way, they all work there. But that shrinkflation, less size, more expensive, it's definitely real. To me. So, I don't even go to Chipotle anymore because I don't see the value in Chipotle. I don't even go to McDonald's anymore because I don't see the value in McDonald's. I think a large meal at McDonald's is like $15, $16 now. A full-size meal at Jack in the Box is getting up to like $20 now. Like, these people are insane. And part of it here in Washington State primarily is because we kept on raising the minimum wage. So, of course, those costs get passed back on to the consumer, which is us. But, like, you know, I'm just like, well, McDonald's is going to be $1 billion company without my money. I don't give a shit. You know, most places don't care. There's a ma and pa place by my house a little bit. They make some really good hamburgers. Their hamburgers are ludicrously expensive, but I pay for them because they're like really good hamburgers. So, you know, it's all about the value, and there's big portions there. Like I told you with the Indian place, big portions, they do a really good job there, but if not, I won't go back. I won't go back, and I'll be happy not to go back. I heard Louis Cafe is a great hole in the wall. Ooh, that sounds kind of pretty nice too. Ooh, February. I know there's gonna be a lot of people in Vegas for the Super Bowl over there. There was a lot of people in Vegas for a couple bowl games that were going on that week. I forget the bowl game. I think it was Utah versus Northwestern, because I was getting my IV drip after a long night and just, you know, getting some liquid back in my system. There was like a band of like 100-something people just marching on through the middle of the Mandalay Bay Hotel, and I was like, what the fuck this guy is doing? It was so noisy. But yeah. And hey, Molo 5, I like the Block Pave too. That Block Pave is really, really nice. I'm really excited to get this. It's $2,600 with a 10x, I think, sales tax in Washington. I'm gonna go buy it in Las Vegas. I got a jeweler there now. Quotes jeweler. So basically, I got her card. I got her information. Next time I go over there, whatever size I want to get, she just asks for a week heads up and she'll make sure it's there. There are no David Yurman shops in Washington State. So I would have to go to Nordstrom's and ask them to do it. I've been in Nordstrom's. I've asked them to do it before. They never got back to me. It took a long time. I just was not a fan of the process. I feel like that lady knows what she's doing and she'll be happy to help me out there. And hey, our JL samples. I mean, that's the ring I specifically want, but I think that's the way I'm going to go in the future here, because I have been looking to get more into gold rings, but I don't see the same value in gold rings when it comes to those name designer brands. What I'm going to be looking for here pretty soon is a few designer pendants. Like I told you, I was looking at that one with a knife or the dagger. I kind of want some more that have those types of daggers from to hang around my neck, and I'm also going to get a few different chains. So I really don't want to separate the pendant from the chain, so I'm going to get like 2 more chains and then 2 more pendants. But I wanted to have 2 gold chains, and then have each one of those gold chains have some type of gold with a black pave diamond scheme with it. I'm not a fan of the rose diamond scheme all too much, just because I don't think it really matches too well. But I may even start getting a little bit more into white gold, which I think has been a pretty good look for many people out there. My boys like the smoke old fashioned. Do you like those? Give me a lazy river and a cocktail and I'm good. For me, I do enjoy the smoked cocktail, but I have to admit, not everybody knows how to make them properly. So, you know, I might even have a picture there. Well, I might even have a picture from the one I got at the hotel. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so there's a spam account in my Telegram channels. I'm literally just gonna post it there. Let's see. There we go. Now let's go over here to web Telegram. Oh, where did I put it? Oh, it's a deleted account, so I can't see it now? Deleted it last seen a long time ago. Oh, okay. Is this account? Okay, this account's not old. Okay, hold on a second. Who is this lady? Profile, Julian. These are all spam accounts, so it doesn't really matter. Oh, here we go. Oh, wait, let me see. Oh, okay, here we go. Okay, let me do this. I can share this with you. All right, this is not all the photos I have, but here's a few of them. So the photos are being sent right now. These are photos when I went with my mother to Las Vegas. So they're not popped there. There's the new photos. Here's a couple photos that from when I went to Vegas this past weekend here. This is the Bellagio exhibit. Really, really nice. They have all the holiday festive stuff there. I took a lot of photos of this type of stuff, but it was really cool. I enjoy seeing what the Bellagio has to put up. Here's a simple steak I had at a bar. It was very, very good. It wasn't too expensive. It was like a big boy steak because I was just starving. They gave me a few sauces, and the bartender was so chill, he gave me the rest of the sauces because this one sauce over here wasn't hitting it. There was some type of drink right there. I don't remember what it was called. There are some appetizers. They are pretty good. But here's the smoke. See how thick that smoke was? When they first gave it to me, look how little smoke there was. So like I had to ask them like, hey, can you like re-smoke it and smoke it good? Because the way you smoke it is you have to smoke it a lot, but then you have to let it sit for about 60 seconds to 90 seconds. Most people don't do that because they want to take that thing back to the bar because they only have like maybe 1 or 2 for the entire restaurant. So you got to let them keep it there for a little bit. Like, hey, keep it there. I know it seems like a long time. 60 seconds, 90 seconds. Bear with me there. And then boom, it tastes very, very good. And they have the Luxardo cherries. If they don't have the Luxardo cherries, it is not an old fashioned, if you ask me. All right, but then here's me at one of the clubs. It was nice. See the sphere in the background? That's mainly why I took the picture. But I had never stayed at Mandalay Bay before, so I was really excited to give it a try. Normally, I'm way up here at Aria, which is like, just walking distance of all the stuff I go to. I basically was taking a private driver all the way up there, back and forth. Because I don't like going into the M gym. I don't really like the Luxor or the Excalibur. It's not really my style. And so maybe I'll go around and walk around with friends and show them where everything is. But traditionally, I like to hang out on the north side of the strip, and I like to go to Circa way, way down there. Or maybe even Resorts World. I went to Fontainebleau. That was really, really nice. Had some duck cooked on hot stones. That was pretty tasty with a pesto sauce. So don't do this if you're drunk, because what I was doing was I was eating this, but then I was accidentally dropping it into the rock salt and then eating it with rock salt on it. And gotta be careful in Vegas. A5 Wagyu sushi. This is one of those things where the value is there, but it's a little expensive. This one piece of meat was it's A5 Wagyu. It's the best Wagyu you can have. It's like the Wagyu from Japan. It was $27 a pop. I had 2 slices of this one. I have to say it was absolutely delicious. I smiled very much when I looked at it, when I ate it. I mean, here's some stuff that was on toast. It was very, very good. The value was actually there. This one was $8. No, this was $10. This was $8 fresh tuna. It was very, very good. It's made by a 2-star Michelin chef, so it was good. At least the bottom stuff right here, not the whiskey and the steak and stuff. This is not a. If I was going to a Michelin star restaurant, my steak would be like that big, it'd be tiny as can be. Some Wagyu dumplings or gyoza. Nice. The restaurant had a nice little vibe to it. That samurai chick is probably my favorite person. I don't know. Geisha with a paddleboard. Really, really cool. Nine-tailed fox. Guy drinking sake. So it's a pretty fun time. Smoking cigars. I won a few $100 on the Seahawks game. I was very happy about that. And then, that's what $7 a fish looks like. Remember I told you about the happy hour? That's what $7 a fish looks like. It was a very tasty fish. That pepper was nice and spicy. You do eat the lettuce, but what I liked a lot was the beef tartare. I had 2 of these things. They were to die for. A couple of these, a couple more things like this, and like 4 or 5 cocktails. I was set. I was having a blast over there. Yeah, Hooded don't want to play. Yeah, they just gotta let it sit there for a little bit, and I'm all for it. But they love to just pull it off and run away, and like they just want to show this show without the flavor. My palate's a little messed up from having COVID a few years ago, so basically, I want that to be there so I can actually taste the smoke. It has to be there, unless I get mad about it. It's like you're paying, and the smoke addition to that cocktail that I showed you, the smoke itself was an extra $5. It's not like it was just part of it. Old fashioned $18 with smoke. Oh no, old fashioned normally $22 with smoke. You add another $5 to make it a $27 old fashioned. So that smoke better be there flavoring up that cocktail, or I'm gonna be pissed off. Did you do the Sphere? The movie was amazing. Also liked Area 15. I like Area 15 a lot. I did not go there this time. The last time I went there was, I think, in March. I looked at the Sphere, but I did not go inside the Sphere. I'm gonna have to figure out a good time to go back there and experience it. I kind of wanted to go with a friend. I don't want to go there by myself. It feels awkward. I'm going to a show alone. Maybe it shouldn't be, but for me it does. I spent most of my time just meeting people, talking to people at the bars. I met Bobby Flay. That was kind of fun. He was in a restaurant. Some guy was giving him shit about his Southwest chicken or something. All things. But it was a fun time in Vegas. It really was. I needed the break. I just been so stressed out about everything. It's nice to cool off a little bit here. What's right here? Solana update. Yeah, Solana hasn't really been doing much so far over the last like 24 hours since we talked about it last, but I can pull it up for you very quickly if I can find it here. There you go. The weekly chart still hitting up that level of resistance, that order block. We're kind of entering into a new phase of consolidation. People aren't going to be happy about that consolidation. I sold my Solana a couple days ago right back over here on the 23rd. It went up a little bit more, but hindsight, I'm happy with where I sold. Now you're looking for that consolidation. It'll probably end up coming back down here to maybe $96, $97 before eventually trying to have a create some type of cycle of lower highs. So something more like this. Oh, that was not a good way to do it. Something like that. Then before a breakout. That's really what you're waiting for right now. All the oscillators are kind of bearish. RSI is bearish. Stochastic is bearish. The MACD has not turned bearish yet, but it probably will fairly soon. On the 4-hour, you have everything being bearish. If you're looking for an opportunity to buy, frankly, I would wait a little bit longer. I'd wait for the MACD, the stochastic, and the RSI to really flip more on the positive side. Maybe that means it happens sometime over the next 12 to 24 hours. For me, I would probably say it might take a little bit longer, but after today, I'm kind of been wrong about some of these shorter term price action moves. So I'd just be waiting for the signal that it tells you, hey, you should be buying here. If you're looking to be more aggressive, if you're looking to be more neutral, wait for these moves to happen on the 4-hour chart. If you're looking to be more aggressive, go on the 1-hour chart and specifically MACD, stochastic, and RSI. Plus, I would say change your character to really get things going. That's what you're looking for. Right now, you're seeing things slow down a little bit. RSI, stochastic, MACD, all bearish, but at least there's some hope over the next few hours that things can turn around. After that, you're going to be looking for a change of character. That change of character will probably end up having to break above this level of 107. Once that occurs, boom, that breakout is what you're going to buy. It'll consolidate, break out again, and then you're kind of grinding back up bit by bit. That's more of a day trade, if you ask me, not a swing trade. If you're looking to swing trade, you're really just dollar cost averaging right now and waiting for that future breakout to occur. But you're going to be doing daily dollar cost averaging and not weekly, because this thing could really fly up and within a few days. But you just don't know if that hourly is really going to pan out the way you want it to. So that's why the hourly is a short-term trade, because it could go up for a little bit, but then it could ultimately just continue going down in that overall trend that we're kind of establishing at this moment in time. So, it's doing fine. Nothing really crazy about it. You're basically just in a holding pattern as you wait for another opportunity to buy back in. There is going to be a buying opportunity to buy back in. People are just going to be afraid for the next 24 hours, 46 hours, 48 hours, as you kind of see this flush out a little bit of the weekend. Then we're going to consolidate, have those reversals. From there, you're going to be looking at some nice returns. You should hope that people keep on pumping it up on social media, though. That seems to be the big deal that's going on right now. I loved Omega Mart. I also bought a shirt at the Meow Wolf store. I really liked that. Made my merch of my own base on it. Ooh, there you go. What do you call it? Vegas has something for everybody. That's why I like it. I'm more of a high-end Vegas person, so I like to go to the high-end restaurants and relax, go to the high-end bars, But then I also like to just go to some chill places like Circa, which I don't think is really a high-end place. And you just, throw some dice, have some fun playing craps. It's really, really fun. That's why I like Vegas so much. And you want to look at the stock called Sing? Let me go over here. Thanks for letting me know it's a stock. Otherwise, I would have just been looking straight for a crypto. Singulate. Sorry, my English is not doing too good. Okay, so definitely something that's not doing so hot, of course. Looks like it had a split a while ago, so it was in danger of being delisted. So that's not a good thing for something like this. It has to be getting squeezed right now, right? Up under 100, over 100%. Yeah, that's no, not much of a short float at all right now. 0.03%. What's the news? Market cap of 70 million. That's a very tiny one. There is no news. Oh, it's biotechnology. Okay. All right. Yeah, at one point it was up 20 bucks. Now it's down to 13. After hours action is very interesting. So basically what you're going to want to do with this one, because it must be some type of news happening. Does not tell us why. Downgraded to hold just a few days ago. Here we go. Nobody knows, apparently. Okay. The way you're going to have to play this, because the technicals, of course, aren't going to be playing up. Like, you can see how choppy this is during the trading day. It's very difficult to try to get a grasp on it. You're basically just going to have to wait and watch on the 15-minute chart or the 5-minute chart for an opportunity to buy. For me, if you want to be looking at that, like, right when the market opens up, you're going to be looking for the 5 to 15-minute chart to show you some type of bullish movement. That could be an oscillator. That can just be a breakout. You're going to be attacking that full force. And then you're going to have a stop loss that's pretty darn tight, probably within 5%. And then after that, you're just gonna let it ride and see how high it goes, moving up that stop loss and waiting for those next levels of resistance. I'd put a smart money indicator, smart money concepts indicator on here, just so you can see those next order blocks. So, a little bit of resistance around $6, a little bit right up here. The issue right now is that we're technically already above all that. So if I go back over here to the 15-minute chart, you'll see that's why it's gonna mess up a little bit with the order blocks up here. But basically, that next level of resistance is kind of around $32. You're just going to kind of hold and wait to see what happens. If it hits your stop loss, it hits your stop loss. You could always go back in and try again. But really, it's a very hard trade to do. Honestly, the 5-minute chart seems like it's going to be the place to go. Wait for this sucker to come back down, and then maybe pre-market hours. Once it has that reverse, you're going to be much happier to kind of jump on that momentum rather than trying to catch a falling knife, because this falling knife could fall quite a bit. Because I just don't know what the news is. Biotech, there must have been something going on, but I just don't know, because no matter what I tried over the last few seconds, it just was not working. There we go. All right. But okay, buddy, I'm going to call it a night here. It's been a good 2-hour stream. 2-hour stream with you guys? Yeah, 2-hour stream here with you guys today. Keep an eye out for Bitcoin. It's still doing okay. It's surprising me with its resilience right now. I thought we might come back down here a little bit more. I would still anticipate we are going to come into contact with it 200. But my gosh, guys, the hourly chart and the 4-hour chart, they've been giving really good signs for Bitcoin. And as long as they still are leading the way as far as giving me good opportunities to get in and out of positions, I just have to believe them, because even if the 4-hour and even if the daily and the weekly charts are looking a little bit more bearish, that Bitcoin 1-hour chart is just killing it right now with the stochastic and that MACD. It's right, and I'm second guessing my own data, and that's not something I want to be. That's not something I want to do. But the data is proving me wrong when I say, I want it to come down a little bit more. I know, I know we're kind of teetering off a little bit, but I think we have a little bit more left. That little bit more left is not really happening at this point, right? So we'll see. NA cars, yeah, biotech has been burned me so many times that I don't even trade it anymore. But for anybody that wants to trade it, I mean, have fun, go hard at it, but just make sure you maybe even add a VWAP on there for heaven's sakes. But because it's been pumping up so much, you're going to get more data tomorrow once the market opens up, and I think you guys are going to be fine. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope to see you guys tomorrow, and I will be streaming, I believe, Friday and Sunday. Saturday I'll be taking Sunday off, I think. Because I think my sister's still going to be here for a while. One of these days I got to take my sister to the train station. I don't know just yet. But thanks again, everybody, and I hope to see you guys soon. Thanks.